analyze, you can verify. Murder shoes hanging from the wire, they're paralyzed. When I rock Balenciaga, you can tell the size. Did it show in front of 20,000, it was televised. I'm trying to make it out, I gotta strategize. Being on kind, kill you every time. Killing with kindness, got the gift of God. See, like my designer, got this shit from facts. On Fifth Ave, me and Tank on the island lane. Trying to catch niggas lacking, this is really facts. Put the brand on the shirt, put it on my back. Put in work for the turf, I can't take it back. Every L that I took, I had to make it back. Breaking down peace, set a shape, we gon' make a pack. Put my option on the scale, finna weigh them up. Swing my last on the pipe, hold it in the cut. Niggas hate when they broke, they be in the cut. That shit barbershop gossip, we can line it up. Get to 392, trying to slide with us. Throw the scat and track mode, leave you in the dust. On the highway to Vegas, we eat that grand lunch. City green chip shooting craps, that's a grand plus.
Welcome to Carl Briggs 73 Live, baby. Got my co-host, Gemini nephew, obviously. That video you seen, that footage you just got, the footage you guys just seen, that was the Risk Takers. Tiny Gun there. Tiny Gun is actually going on tour any day now. Shout out Tiny Gun. The man that came out here and got it out the mud, man. He's doing big things. And I've actually had a chance to sit down with Tiny Gun and the Risk Takers. We did the No Jumper together. He and I, Lupe, Runner Perkins, obviously, T4, and Crip Jesus. And it was an experience, but one thing I noticed about the young man, he was humble. He was humble. Coming from the backwoods of South Central LA, that is hard to find, and he is, in fact, a businessman. The young man is doing great things. I am a full supporter and in full support of the Risk Takers as well as Gemini, right? And so we just want to get into some schematics and things about the hip-hop culture. So with no further ado, Gemini, what up?
What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, man, you got that show tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, it's about to be pretty cool. You know, can't complain. Blueflamelink. My nigga Andy Rose, you know.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Blue Flame. Okay, Blue Flame, Halo 3, Halo 3.
Wind Waker. Shout out Wind Waker, you feel me? Shout out Carl Breeze, of course, you know. And, yeah, man, I'm just excited. I'm just ready for tonight, you know.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to seeing the footage. However, you know, I'm there to support you, and we keep it real on my show. Obviously, I have a job outside of 73 Live, but I am in full support. I am a sage to my nephew, man. And so one of the things I don't show bias toward artists, but he's the one. I tell him this all the time. He's the one. And just real briefly, shout out Blueflamelink. Blueflamelink is also amazing. Like I say, tonight my nephew will be performing with Blueflamelink at his venue down on Broadway, man, the Halo 3. They have the Halo 3 tournaments upstairs, live performances downstairs. It's going to be lit. Y'all show up, man. Go show your support to Blueflamelink, baby. Halo 3. But back to my nephew, he never ceases to amaze me, right? So y'all tap in, man. You need your shit mixed and mastered, engineered. Y'all tap in, DM Gemini _ or at Carl Briggs 73 Live by IG, man. We doing great things. We also into videography. The young man is a videographer as well as a video editor. He edits videos, man. Not only does he edit videos, he also mixes and masters songs, man. So if you're in a studio, man, and they shucking and jiving, man, and your levels ain't right, tap in with us, man, for a small fee. He gonna get your levels right, man. The guy is totally amazing. He's not just a rapper, he's also an entrepreneur and a businessman, yes, right? He's traveled all the way down here from Las Vegas time and time again. And I can tell you, man, it's been a rough road for us just trying to get it, bro. How, you know, and I understand, you know, shows being canceled, etc. You know, how do you deal with that?
You know, one thing I'm learning about the music industry, it's a real mental game. You feel me? It's a real mental game. You gotta have a real strong mental when you're playing into this field. You know, I tell a lot of people, man, it's more than just getting on camera and just looking the part. You know, you gotta actually be the part on and off camera. You know,
right.
You gotta be the part on and off camera. So you know, there's gonna be hiccups in the road. You know, a couple people told me, you know, there's gonna be hiccups in the road, you know, where maybe shows might get canceled, you know, people might not show up, you know, it might be a small venue, it might be whatever it may be, but you always gotta keep moving no matter what, you know, because that's just part of the process. At least that's what I'm starting to learn myself. I ain't got all the shit figured out, you know, but just from personal experience and what I am visually seeing myself, you know, like I'm just starting to understand, you know, the industry more, whether that be through, you know, through Carl Briggs, whether it be through through other, you know, partners that I'm partnering with, working with, whoever it may be. But I'm just starting to understand the music industry more, and what I'm realizing is that it's a very mental game. You know, it's financial and physical as well too, but it's a real big mental game. There's a lot of creators out there that get a little bit discouraged, you know, where they may spend hours on a video or spend hours on an artwork or spend hours on a track or project or whatever, and then they put that project or that track out there, and then, you know, it gets maybe little to minimal to almost no love, you know, and that gets discouraging to a lot of people to where they don't even want to, you know, keep going anymore. But that's what a lot of people gotta understand. I've
been discouraged, bro, in this road. You know, I done lost money. You know, seeing the pain in your eyes. You know, the pain in your eyes, it hurts me because you rely on me to deliver, and you know, you feel some kind of way when these guys is out there. You networking with these guys, man. And now you're starting to feel like it's a cutthroat game, right? But that's not always the case because we have lives. And then you start to think about the condition of the people that we dealing with. The condition of the people that we dealing with is just like us. They struggling. They trying to get the bag. You know what I'm saying? And we chasing this bag, and we all got to come together, you know, because I look at it like this. I'm like, the disappointment factor. Where's the disappointment coming from? It's coming from all of us.
Exactly.
Right? Because if he falls, I'm supposed to be there to pick him up. He can't make it. I got to support and have somebody in his place, right? But we, just us, I'm gonna just speak for us down here in South Central California, these areas where we grow up, social equity blacks. We don't think in those terms. You know what I mean?
Nah.
And I heard Fat Joe say, which I won't say what the entities are for the sake of YouTube. You know, like that. That right there. I gotta hold back what I'm saying, man, to express myself for social media, right? Yeah. But it seems as though it's the black culture that don't support each other wholeheartedly because this is actually a craft that we created.
Exactly.
This was all us.
Yeah.
So it's no way that we should be in the condition that we in.
Yeah, not at all. The main thing that we have to understand, you know, especially as, you know, black creators, you know, that we are not in competition with each other. We are actually in competition, you know, not to even say it on a racial aspect, but we in competition with, you know, the outside, you know, that's just what it is. As a black man, we wake up every day and we honestly face three realities. It's either gonna be some shit with jail, we gotta think about that, or it's gonna be some shit with death, or it's gonna be some shit with being homeless, you know? There's a lot of realities that the average black man faces nowadays, especially in the United States, you know, and it makes it a little bit more difficult for us to function properly. You know, it's hard to function when you're sitting here and you're behind on bills or you're behind on rent. You know, there may be dreams that you want to pursue and you want to chase, but you can't. You got to handle this, or you got to go take care of this, or you got to take care of that, or you got to take care of your family, you know? So us as a culture, us as a people, you know, the moment that we realize that we all will succeed when we all consciously come together, not even on a religious aspect, not even on a spiritual aspect, just on an aspect moreover of just, hey, you know, why do I have a problem with you? Why do I have we both the same skin cut, like what are we doing? We both trying to succeed. We all trying to survive.
Right.
We all just trying to live, you know. So we got to come together as a culture, man. We got to come together as a people. We got to come together as a unit. Not necessarily come together and start sabotaging, but come together and start building. Right.
I want to go to a brief break because I want to show you how amazing this guy is. Now, this, in fact, is a video that he had the treatment to, right? I came in on the ass end, so I did shoot some of the scenes, but not all of the scenes, right? The majority of scenes was actually his baby, and it was called And One. right? And he edited that video. I did a few, like 2 or 3 scenes, the basement scene, maybe the roof scenes. And he let me in on his baby, which was a project. But I want you guys to check this out real quick. We're going to go to a break. Shout out Tiny Gun. Y'all tap in to Tiny Gun, man. That's Tiny Gun. Tiny Gun underscore gun at IG. Y'all tap in, man, to the Risk Takers. Also, go support Lupe Gotti. We're going to go to this brief break now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fuck niggas talking about, man. They know what's going on. Shout my niggas Swag. Shout my niggas that Soul Carl Briggs Live. KD, let's get it. Come on. Cali reppin', you know how I'm rockin'. Remember when niggas, they said I won't do it? I'm like a weapon, just call me a rocket. They see the way that I'm getting it booming. Thought I was talking, but really I'm walking. I'm getting hot while them niggas is coolin'. Who are they fooling? Just tell them to stop it. I'm on their head, I'ma give them a tumor. I'm way too official to clear up a rumor. They think it's funny, but where's the humor? We see them lacking and traffic is cracking. I promise that they only tough on computers. I send a shot like my name was Ginobili. I send a shot like I'm yelling out Kobe. If you don't know me, approach me with caution. Or we make you run for your life like you 03. I see them acting whenever they rapping. Saying they trapping, but really they capping. How you say that you all up in the kitchen, but really your pirates stay up in the cabinet? Not even talking, they really just yapping. Give them an Oscar the way they be acting. They heat on my fanny, I gotta stay packing. I stay on alert cause these niggas be tracking. I stay on these bitches, you know I be macking. Run into money, you know I be lapping. She make it clap so you know that I'm clapping. Badass is fast so you know that I'm smacking. Say she a blood so I know that she bragging. Cool with the plug even though he be taxing. Gone off the wax and you know I be dabbing. Going off the wax I relax so I never react to attacks. I don't fall for the trap. Plan is intact, I'm on track with my team on the map. And I promise we not looking back. I drop a bomb and I beat you would think that I'm rushing. The way that I'm calm, you would think I be tussing. But I ain't got time for discussion. My young and a shooter, he coming with Rugers, he clutching and busting. End of discussion. We get it quick. Put a brick on his head. Let's go. Not even combusting. Thinking the shit so you know that we flushed. Put him on crutches. Get him smoked like some Dutchies.
We back, y'all. Wow. That video was amazing. That's a snippet. So in order to see the full video, you go to Gemini. That's at GEMNI _ and you hit the click the link in the bio. You get the full video. Go out and support. Hit them likes, man. We trying to get them numbers up, man. The guy is hot. That was his baby, man. He let his unk in on it. But I'm telling you, we about to shine, right? Y'all tap in, man. We not begging or asking anybody for anything. But you do. Remember those stories, those great stories that you heard by like guys like Steve Harvey, X amount, right? They always talked about how they crossed somebody, or just the prime story with Jim Jones. How Drake actually crossed Jim Jones' desk way before Wayne ever, right?
Yeah.
And Jim Jones said, wow, right? The man that sold more albums than the Beatles. I'm telling you this about him, and I'm telling you this about myself. We're here to take over, man. We're here to stay. Also, the Risk Takers, they are here to stay, man. Shout out Star Child and I. We got projects coming up. Shout out Star Child as well. Won't let the cat out the bag, but the cat will be out the bag real soon. Y'all know we are for real. And so, Neff, going back into, let's just go back into you. Like, you know, I've done shows with you, like when you first went your first rhyme or your first influences, right?
Yeah. So,
the physicality of this, man, you know, traveling, leaving your family back there, coming down, how hard is that for you?
It's a little bit challenging, I won't lie, because there's times, you know, where things aren't all the way solid at home, you know, so I have to, you know, kind of uproot what I'm doing, you know, and kind of get up and handle, you know, not necessarily what really matters, but, you know, what matters to the extent that it'll make everything else easier and, you know, more bearable, you know what I mean? One thing I'm starting to learn is money can't fix all the problems, but it can definitely resolve a lot of, you know, a lot of issues that a lot of people face, you know? I actually uprooted from my family in California, and I just left to Vegas by myself, you know? I was kind of on the notion of, you know, I want to pursue the whole entrepreneur aspect of life, you know, like I wanted to get that out the way. And so, yeah, I left California about 5-6 years ago, went to Vegas, and like, yeah, man, I was doing it out there by myself, on my own, you know, I didn't have nobody with me, literally. It wasn't until I met, you know, a certain partner, you know, about a good like year or two down the line, and even then, you know, I'm still juggling a lot of the, you know, activities myself. You know what I mean? So it's been an adventure.
Rough road.
Yeah, it's been an adventure. I'm just saying that.
Rough road.
Yeah, it has. But over the, you know, course of everything, if there's one thing I can say I'm very, very grateful for, is, you know, the connections with people that I've made. You know, whether it be, you know, a homeless man that was listening to my music and told me it was nice, whether it be, you know, a dude I met that I was working at a job I hated, but he believed in me so much he was throwing me extra hours on my check, you know what I mean, just so I can go off and do what I want to do and still have money. Just the connections and the kindness of people that I've met, you know, over the course of years and this career, that's been the experience in itself, you know, and that's a reward in itself. I'm very grateful for everybody I have around me now.
Yeah.
Carl Briggs, the whole Vibe in His Clan, shout out them, you know. I'm grateful for everybody that has come around me to, you know, technically believe in what I have going on, man. That's a whole other level of love. Money can't even buy that.
Right.
That's real. That's real.
I can identify with that. Like I told you, I've been through the ups and downs of this. I started the show 3 years ago, bro.
Yeah.
And I ain't stopped yet. You know, it's to the point where it affects my marriage. It affects, you know, my work ethic, sometimes at work, you know, sleep, monies. You know, I took so many losses, man, dealing with artists, dudes that claim they want this, you know, this dream that we want, and then you find out these dudes was frauds. You know, re-upping, or just the thought of giving up. You know, I was ready to give up. I had to get up this morning and do this show with him because he's actually going to perform tonight. And
yes, sir.
That's and then you know the support factor of that. But the thing that bothers me about that is everybody gonna want they have their hands out when the bag. I mean, how do we as artists, how do we as people who have drive, how do we react to that when these people cross back across our bridge? Because I like to keep it real, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Your ass gonna be out the box with me.
Yeah.
Whomever it is, just know. Now I don't know what he gonna say, but I'm gonna tell you right now, don't come playing.
Yeah. How I feel about it personally, I'm not gonna lie, I got, you know, I'm a Gemini, so I got both sides. I got that side right there where I'm like, oh yeah, you know, anybody that played me out, or anybody that was on some sucker shit with me, or anybody that was on some foo-foo shit with me, you feel me? Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna want you to be there. I'm gonna want you to see it, because when you do put your hand out, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say, all right, here you go, bro.
Right.
Front row tickets to the show. Go ahead. I want you to watch.
I like your synopsis right there with the, you know, one side is this way, one side is this side. So I'm Aquarius, so I don't know what that, because I got a barrel of water. What that mean? I must gonna drown your motherfucking ass. I'm gonna drown your ass. Because I don't know, you know, I ain't got no, so you probably gonna get drowned with me.
Yeah,
you know, ain't no turning back.
Yeah.
You know.
But I feel I feel the same way you do to a big
You
degree,
feel me?
because like I said, this is a mental game, man. A lot of people don't understand that.
I'm telling you, man.
I get people to, you know, like shout out my boy Roxas, you know, shout out, you know, my brother SSO. We was doing this shit when we was like 14, 15, you know, so we've been going through this music shit for a long time, man. We've always had people that slacked on us. I remember, man, my first studio session I tried to book. I'm not gonna name nobody, just, you know, in case that person might see this video, but my first studio session, man, when I was first starting out, I remember the dude tried to tell me that for a whole, I think he told me for a whole studio session. Mind you, I'm just starting out. I just needed just to record, that's all. Tried to tell me it was like $300 to $350. But meanwhile, he was charging other people about a good $120 to $140, $150. So you know what I mean? Like, yeah, and it's like, so when you see shit like that, it's like, damn, you sitting here trying to, you know, like,
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's
crazy,
Let's
man.
go,
like,
man.
That's crazy.
Who is this dude, man? Let's see if we can call it risk takers, man. I'll call it risk takers, man. See if we can get something done, man. Because this is bullshit. You feel me? It probably was our own kind. This is the shit that we talk about, man, all the time. You know?
It was.
Wow.
It definitely was. You know, so when I see shit like that, you know, I don't know if a lot of y'all watch my story or not, but I be posting people up for free here and there, you know. I just throw them out there just
Yeah,
solely
man,
on
support the
you know?
culture.
Yeah, that's all.
I do a lot of stuff pro bono, right?
Exactly.
I'm not tripping, man. This shit been teaching me, man. I learn.
Yeah.
I get networks, right? I'm gonna tell you motherfuckers, I say this all the time on my show.
Yeah.
You can't take this shit, you can't take fame to the grave with you.
Nope.
You can't take the money to the grave. People gonna remember you, but that shit gonna be so superficial.
Yeah.
That shit is superficial love. You got to be somebody to get love around this motherfucker.
Yeah.
What about when you ain't nobody, man? When you ain't doing so good, when your bank account ain't so fat, can you get that same love? Can you come get a hot plate, man?
Nope, and that's how it is. That's exactly how it is. There's been times where I've had a extensive amount of money, and you know that's when people hitting me up and they like, hey, can I get this? Can I borrow this or can I? But when I didn't have nothing, or even when I was homeless, you know, like all them same people I wasn't hearing from, you know, like I didn't hear from them, or they know I'm homeless and it's hard when you're homeless and a person tell you to keep your head up, you know, and it's like, that's it, you know, so, yeah.
This is not gonna be the first time y'all see my nephew on my show, right? This is my co-host, man, my young business partner, man, and you know, and we want good things for him. And you're going to expect great things from this young man. He ain't going nowhere, right? We may go through the bumps and roads of the industry shit, but that's called paying dues. But I can tell you this much. We are here to fucking stay.
Yep.
As of this day, right now, we are here to fucking stay. You're going to perform tonight on the 16th. Got an opportunity on the 22nd, 23rd. And also, we're calling you out, hey, Lupe. 19, right? Rock the bells, right? That's gonna be the one. So I just show hope. There ain't no they get canceling shows left and right. But I understand it's just a different time. It's a lot going on right now. But we're not gonna let that discourage us. We're gonna keep doing great things, man. You got any shout outs now before we end this show? Because I want to end the show with that open mic you did for the public and continue to see. I know it's on my page. Y'all know, I know what you're gonna say. Damn, we just seen it on your page, but you're gonna see it again. So, yeah.
Shit, I'll probably say shout out, you know, Carl Briggs Live, of course, you know. Shout out Say So, KD, you know. Shout out DJ Smooth, DJ Psych, you know, for the opportunities that they've been presenting, you know. Shout out Blueflamelink, Wind Waker, you know. Andy Rose, the whole Vibiness clan, you know. Shout out SSO, you know. Shout out Out the Box, you know. Shout out everybody that's been showing support to the movement and everybody that's been coming along. Lupe, everybody. Even if the mix-ups happen with shows being canceled, let me tell y'all something, man. A lot of these promoters are very, very janky. I'm not gonna name drop nobody, but that's all I'm gonna say.
That's all he gonna say. We ain't in all that old bullshit. These dudes, grown ass men playing kid games. And you know we don't do the messy on my show. I don't shoot shade, but we gonna stay on course, man. And with that said, man, y'all seen the show. I had to navigate this because if I'd let him go on the camera, he took over my show, and then y'all have been his fans and shit because he got charisma. So with that said, this has been another segment of Carl Briggs 73 Live. It's been an experience, man. Gemini, risk takers, man. Y'all stay tuned. We got a lot more for you guys coming.
Yes.
Cali revving, you know how I'm rocking. Remember when niggas, they said I won't do it? I'm like a weapon, just call me a rocket. They see the way that I'm getting it booming. Thought I was talking, but really I'm walking. I'm getting hot while them niggas is cooling. Who are they fooling? Just tell them to stop it. I'm on their head, I'ma give them a tumor. I'm way too official to clear up a rumor. They think it's funny, but where's the humor? We see them lacking and traffic is cracking. I promise that they only tough on computers. I send a shot like my name was Genobi. I send a shot like I'm yelling out Kobe. If you don't know me, approach me with caution, or we make you run for your life like you 03. I see them acting whenever they rapping, saying they trapping, but really they capping. How you say that you all up in the kitchen, but really your pirates stay up in the cabinet? Not even talking, they really just yapping. Give them my Oscar the way they be acting. They heat on my fanny, I gotta stay packing. I stay on alert cause these niggas be tracking. I stay on these bitches, you know I be macking. Run into money, you know I be lapping. She make it clap so you know that I'm clapping. Badass is fast so you know that I'm smacking. Say she a blood so I know that she bragging. Cool with the plug even though he be taxing. Gone off the wax and you know I be dabbing. Going off the wax I relax so I never react to attacks. I don't fall for the trap. Plan is intact, I'm on track with my team on the map, and I promise we not looking back. I drop a bomb and I beat you would think that I'm rushing. The way that I'm calm you would think I be tussing, but I ain't got time for discussion. My young and a shooter, he coming with Rugers, he clutching and busting.